Hello and welcome to Double Talk.
We should straighten up these cameras.
Oh.
Okay. Yes. What's your name?
This is Double Talk. I'm Mark Steffen.
I'm Michael Mandel. Our names are correct. How's that? We have to proofread right on the spot. They really put us. You know, this camera crew is great. You know, the guys, the mic guys, the guys at the board. These guys are great. You got to give
They earn every penny they're worth.
All seven of them.
Give my hand right there.
Yes. Welcome to Double Talk. We're going to talk about our favorite things first. No, we're not. Yes, we are.
Well, first off,
we're going to talk about Martin Luther King Day,
which is coming up Monday.
Luther King.
It's coming up Monday, and
there's a parade tomorrow at 2 o'clock, starting at City Hall.
Sunday? They're having a parade?
Yes, they are, because people have time to walk around.
It's true.
It's only going to be a half hour. There's going to be refreshments and stuff there, so 2 o'clock at the City Hall tomorrow.
Free?
Free? Yeah, free of charge.
What do you care? Free. The people are free. That's what counts. People are free now because of Martin Luther King.
Because he had a dream.
Don't worry about food. Food's not free. You got to send people into the fields to get it. But yes,
it's not about the food. It's
about people's
gathering.
freedom. Yes. So yes, it's free. The people are. You're also free not to go.
That's true.
But you can go.
Because it's a free country, you're free not to go.
Right. My ears are ringing. With freedom.
With freedom.
Yes.
Let freedom ring.
Yes, I hear that. And on Monday, there's the traditional Martin Luther King breakfast, which is the official day.
Yes.
And that's 2 o'clock. No, it's not. This is 2 o'clock.
Breakfast.
The parade is 2 o'clock on Sunday, but the breakfast is at 8 a.m.
8 a.m., yeah.
8 a.m. at El Encanto.
Hotel Encanto.
Which is a good place. It's
And of
supposed
course,
to be great. It's supposed to be fun.
Now, keep in mind, being a national holiday in most parts, that most businesses, government offices will be closed.
The banks are closed, financial offices are closed, probably everything except the state of Arizona.
There'll be no post office.
Is that true? State of Arizona is still open because they don't care.
That's my question. Is Arizona still not recognizing Martin Luther King Day?
They don't recognize Martin Luther King Day. They don't recognize daylight savings time. What's with them? What are they doing here? I mean, they're not even like American, I guess.
I wonder, do they recognize Black History Month?
Well,
that's
you
next
don't
month.
have to officially recognize it, do you?
Well,
you could. I mean,
I wonder.
Black History Month is all over. It just is. Do you recognize? There's an ice cream day, right? There's a national.
That's true.
Everything day.
Do you choose to recognize it or not?
You don't have to recognize it. You just don't have to celebrate it.
Well,
but Arizona doesn't celebrate Martin Luther King Day. Are we castigating them for it? No, because they're never going to hear us say it.
It's their choice. It's their freedom of choice.
Yes. So freedom is ringing there, as well as internet. What else are we writing about? Oh.
Well, if you watch this show more than 2 times, you know that restaurants.
You get a history of watching our show.
Restaurants are some of our favorite topics. They're food, drink, and restaurants are things we care a lot about.
And if you've watched the show more than 2 times, write in. We'll give you an award.
Yeah.
You get an award for watching it 2 times.
That means you're the one watching.
Yes. So do that. But yes, we do like talking about restaurants. You said you went to Blake's Lottaburger, the one on Solano near Loman, a couple of times when you were a kid. Or
several times as a kid. Because
I've never been to that one. I've been to other ones.
Yes. Well, that's the oldest one in town. And it's also the
best one that you love, right?
Well, I don't.
That one?
I don't know. They no longer serve what I eat.
Yes, but in the old days, prior to your new life, you're seeing the light of good food. What did you used to eat there? Hamburger?
I get a hamburger, of course.
And a milkshake?
Some fries, maybe a milkshake.
Are they the ones that made Malteds, or is that the other burger place?
Malteds?
Malteds. Was that, who's the other one? Blake's and
Whataburger.
I think Blake's does Malteds.
Well, milkshakes.
Malted milk. Do you know that old Lenny Bruce joke? Do you want to hear it?
Do we dare?
We didn't. Well, Max had an ice cream store in New York, and he'd work and work, and he'd work all the time. And he was in the basement. He was cleaning up, and he's rubbing this lamp, and a genie comes out. He goes, "Oh, who are you?" He goes, "I am the genie of the lamp. Who are you?" "I'm Max. I run this store." "Max, you can have your wish. What would you wish for?" He said, "A bagel maybe. Says, you can have anything what you'd want. What would you want to wish for? And he says, I'd love to go on vacation. He says, you will go on vacation. The genie says that. You will go on vacation. You know this one yet?
No, go. Keep going.
You will go.
Keep digging.
How am I going to go on vacation? Who'll take care of the store? I will take care of the store. You can take care of a store? Of course. I'm a genie. I can do everything. So Max goes on vacation. Monday morning, genie's in the store. Guy walks in. He says, where's Max? He says, he's on vacation. Who are you? I am the genie of the store. You know how to run a coffee shop? He says, of course, I'm the genie. He says, well, then make me a malted. He goes, poof, you're malted. You do know that one.
I knew the punchline.
You knew the punchline. Oh, how good that does. The run-up doesn't. What were you talking about? Oh, so Blake's does malted.
Okay.
I'm guessing.
Well, this one doesn't.
Guessing for malted.
This one doesn't because it went out of business last week.
And it won't make you into a malted. It
Sorry
can
to say.
Make me a malted. Ugh.
Yes.
Anyway, so what is that?
So Blake's is out of business. At least the one on Solano. There's a couple of others
you were
left.
saying, why would that Blake's go out of business?
Yeah.
And the Blake's would go out of business because you have a Carl's Jr., which is major
Across the street.
national thing. You have a C. Senor. The entire street of Solano down there is loaded with Mexican alternatives, Mexican food alternatives.
Right.
And when it comes to eating burritos, who wants a hamburger?
A lot of people want hamburgers. Hamburgers are the biggest thing around here.
Yeah, but a burrito is a lot tastier than
well, you got a choice. And I think...
You know, up the street, the choice, Carl's Jr., which is what I'm going to try soon, grass-fed beef. I want to do an ad for something you've seen on TV, but it's really good.
If you want a $7 hamburger.
For $6.50. Well,
so,
why not? They don't charge $7.
Blake's, you know, $3 hamburger.
And you get what you pay for.
They had big size, they had large. Anyway, I didn't eat there, so, you know.
For a long time.
Why do I care? I don't know.
You know why? Because you're sentimental for the old days. You're just a sentimental guy. You want things like they were in the past. But you know what?
Not necessarily.
They weren't so good in the past either. And that argument could go on forever. Everybody thinks it's better in the past. It's because in the past, you were a child being taken care of by your parents.
That's true.
You were born to your parents. You didn't choose your parents. Everybody since your parents and your sister, you've had to choose. Look at the choices you made.
Oh,
there you go, Vault.
But that's choice real estate now, so I wonder what's going to go in there.
It's not so choice. It's on an Arroyo.
It's a good location. What do you mean? It's a water view.
A water view. Yeah, it's only once every 10 years.
Well, otherwise it's a ditch.
It's a ditch.
Yeah.
And you're lucky that the ditch is there. Otherwise, you'd be flooded. It'd be nice to see nothing. You know, that whole neighborhood. Blake's, though, is pretty good. I look forward to that.
Well, it's a local chain based out of Albuquerque.
Yes, and they sell beef. But so does Cattleman's in town.
Well, Cattleman's up on Highway 70.
That was a classic. That's not doing so great, but luckily they've been reapproved by the health inspector.
Actually, they got downgraded again. It happens at least once a year over there, it seems.
And they've been approved.
For a multitude of violations. They finally fixed the problems again, and now they've been reapproved as being acceptable.
And approval is like the best prize they're ever going to win. So they might as well be happy with that.
They might as well. I'm surprised that place is still open, Michael. Have you ever eaten there?
That was like the first fancy restaurant I ate when we came to town in 1990.
Okay.
Remember that?
It was better then.
70 was Main Street. I mean, it was Main Street.
Yes.
We drove up Main Street looking for a sort of an out-of-the-way restaurant, and we thought, it looks okay. And had we continued to go,
You'd still be going.
We would have been starving.
Yes. And that used to be Tegmeyer's.
Yes, but and Cattleman's isn't the only Cattleman's. The other Cattleman's in El Paso, show that so we remember where that town is. In the one in El Paso,
Indian Cliffs.
Cattleman's.
That's nothing like this Cattleman's here.
In fact, the Cattleman's in El Paso was named the seventh best restaurant in the United States.
Steakhouse.
Yeah. Steakhouse. The best restaurant or the best steakhouse was one run in L.A., but we're not going there. Yes.
Well, yes.
A good steakhouse, seventh best. We're close to it.
That's pretty good.
Gotta go.
Well, the one here in Las Cruces, I'll tell you.
Which one is that?
This one? No, the one in Las Cruces.
Cattle Barons?
No, Cattleman's.
Cattleman's, that one.
Cattleman's that was just recently upgraded again from disreputable. I had the shrimp cocktail there. The worst shrimp cocktail I've ever had in my life. I took 2 bites.
What's the worst? Why? How can a shrimp cocktail be bad? I mean, I know it can be bad.
They thawed the shrimp out in the microwave oven and then put them on.
Microwave?
And they were just mushy and mealy and no. Oh my.
Okay, you're gonna hate this, but the best shrimp cocktail in this town, Red Lobster.
Really?
They are good. They're really good.
Well, I've had the shrimp cocktail there. You and I went.
It is good. We do. You go there. You know what's great? You're not doing anything. You don't want to eat too much. You go and sit at their little bar. You have the shrimp cocktail and vodka gimlet.
They have a cute little bar there. You can sit. A lot of people don't even realize that.
Yeah, the bar is cool.
And you get instant service.
And the service is great. You know, the service in the restaurant is one of the best in the town, as well as they're not sister restaurant anymore, the Olive Garden. The two of them used to be from the same company.
Yes.
They split up, but they both do have great help. Got to admit that. They do.
Well, good management will make all the difference.
We were in Mix the other night, which has pretty good food. They had 4 waiters around, and this is actually better than going on Yelp because we have many more people looking at the show than going to Yelp. I went to Yelp. The service was slammed in Yelp. And you went there, and you could see what they're talking about.
What's Yelp?
Yelp. You go online. It's a restaurant review like Urban Spoon. Yelp. If you need restaurant reviews, some of them are biased. You don't do your restaurant review unless you're really pissed off or you're really thrilled. So, but 75% of the people were unhappy with the service. And for some reason, it wasn't the service's fault. We often go to restaurants and they don't have the wine we want because we're so fancy. But we went there. The first wine we ordered, they didn't have. The second down the list was a Pinot Grigio. They had 1 bottle. After that, they had 1 bottle of Chardonnay. And that was it, 1 bottle. And then they came out and, you know, ridiculous. No white wines.
I once went to Tatsu's when I was on El Paseo. You know, Japanese, sushi, and we ordered a bottle of sake. Oh, I'm sorry, we're out of sake. Japanese restaurant is out of sake. That's Las Cruces for you.
You know, because you can't store that stuff. It doesn't last. Alcohol doesn't last more than 3 or 5 years.
So it's so typical of Las Cruces.
Good old Las Cruces.
Now, speaking of restaurants, we're very protective of our restaurants, you know. And when they get robbed,
we're upset.
We're upset.
We're upset when that happens.
2 of our restaurants got robbed. Now, I use the term restaurant loosely in this case.
We don't know what to call Kiva Juice. What would that be?
Well, it's
Kiva
a juice bar, really.
Yes.
But it's in the family of restaurants.
It serves food.
Yes.
Some people, their whole lives are drinking healthy juices. And you know what? We should do the same thing. Didn't you come in with a healthy juice about 2 shows ago? You got it at the store in the corner?
Yes.
And it was made out of stuff like health.
Carrot juice and ginger and
different weeds.
I've been eating juice this week because I was sick, so I was eating the smoothies.
What kind of smoothies? Like
apple,
carrot juice,
banana,
with ginger and garlic and pistachio nuts. And
things like that. Oh. And so anyway, Kiva Juice was robbed. And there's a $1,000 reward for the person who turns in the robber.
They must have the video, right? Every place has
video. They have a fuzzy picture of the person.
You know, you'd think those videos are meant to catch robbers. Why not focus on the place where the robber should be? You know, everybody's focused as if the camera is coming down here. So you wear a little... I'm not giving people...
Or you wear a hoodie.
You wear a hoodie or a little cap. The guy who broke into this one had a hoodie.
Yeah, sure.
But you could also wear a baseball cap. That means your entire face...
Having a camera down
you
here
have
that
it
looks
there.
up.
You have it there. And then what happens is the person who works in the store stands in front of it and is screwed. But you can see them walk in the door.
Now, another place that I didn't even know existed. It's called Orange Leaf Frozen Yogurt.
Yes, it's next to Five Guys Burgers and Fries.
On
next to McAllister's.
Motel, or rather Mall Drive.
Yeah, Mall Drive.
Yeah, they got robbed too.
So those two are like healthy places. Kiva Juice, the frozen yogurt
Could be the same guy.
They're kind of similar places.
Conspiracy.
They say it's a 5'6", 200-pound guy in his 30s. So
looking for healthy food.
Unless we dye our hair, we're out of that range. Facial work.
Yeah.
We're not,
so with that,
we're safe.
There's rewards out for these people that robbed our restaurants. So we don't like it when restaurants get robbed.
Yes, we like to go to restaurants, pay what we should, and tip highly.
So if you know who it is, call the show.
Call the show, and we will be there with our cameras to arrest them.
We will be, and there will be a reward.
Our guarantee. We will take care of that right after these messages from other people.
but not a restaurant.
The food places should, you know, any food place
If
want to
you're
advertise
living
here.
with diabetes and have Medicare or private insurance, here are some great news. Call United States Medical Supply today, and we'll send you the smallest glucose meter in the world, absolutely free.
It only takes a speck of blood, and it gives me my results in 5 seconds.
And there's no coding for easier, more accurate results.
Don't let diabetes get in the way of living. Give us a call today at United States Medical Supply and get the smallest meter in the world for free.
Get ready, America! The Affordable Health Care Act is here, and it's got everyone asking, how do I find affordable health insurance that's right for me? The answer is simpler than you think. Pick up the phone and call I Can Benefit right now. Waiting for you is a team of licensed insurance agents who understand healthcare reform and can help you find the right plan to take care of you and your family's health. Don't wait. Call now and get the answers you deserve and a price you'll love.
Call toll-free 1-800-426-2163.
Celebrate, celebrate, Fiesta Motors.
Come and see us today and discover why our service is second to none. In business for over 17 years, we have the right car for you. When you buy a vehicle from Fiesta Motors, we do everything possible to ensure your satisfaction. Located at the corner of El Paseo and Main. See you there.
Celebrate, Fiesta Motors, but buying a car is always a celebration.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Burke, and I have a confession to make. I have a serious crush on my workout. Hip, fun, and always a challenge. Jazzercise is the total package. It's the only workout that I've ever truly loved. Does it show? That's because I'm in the best shape of my life. What a difference Jazzercise makes. When's the last time your workout swept you off your feet? Find a class near you at jazzercise.com.
When you have credit card debt, the debt suckers' high rate and high pay are everywhere.
They're making another minimum payment. Great. Most of the money goes to us.
One call to Consolidated Credit can get the debt suckers off your neck.
They lower his rates and consolidate his bills into one low payment. Consolidated Credit drives us batty.
Call Consolidated Credit now.
'Cause debt sucks.
Call now.
Call Consolidated Credit at 1-800-530-4571. Call now.
Yeah, we're back. This is Double Talk. Mark Steffen.
Michael Mandel. Yes, we're back. Stop creaking the table. It's like,
It's a rocking.
is there an earthquake?
It's a rocking
You know,
table.
because last week we heard Meyer say that there were more earthquakes in the last 10 years than the last 100 years.
Is he talking about worldwide or just in the U.S.?
Worldwide, and I checked that out, and it's not true.
Well, in the U.S., we've been having more of them because of hydraulic fracturing.
Fracking?
Yes.
You know why else?
Why?
The obesity thing.
Oh, I see.
All these fat kids walking around school, all these lumbering people.
Taking gymnastics.
Yes, there's fracking, there's the large obese kids walking
there's
around.
flabbing.
We don't have a chance. Flacking and flabbing of the country. We better watch out. Before we get off the topic of food into whatever next topic we're going to get into, today I was going to bring in coffee with a pat of grass-fed butter.
Butter.
The new thing is...
They feed grass to butter.
Yeah, I don't understand how you do that, but I think you just put it in a blender and you mix the grass. You circumvent going through a cow.
Lemongrass.
You don't like that. Lemongrass butter. Anyway, these grass-fed cattle, mostly in, where was it? Ireland. Kerrygold.
Kerrygold Irish butter.
And they're pushing this, and they say that the enzymes and all the stuff and the fatty acids and the alpha omega and the omega-3s and 6s are all perfect in Kerrygold grass-fed beef butter.
Yes.
And you're supposed to put in your coffee instead of cream.
Uh-huh.
If anybody wants to try that, call in, let us know how it is. I'm going to try it out between now and the next show.
I'll try it
You'll try
myself
it out.
tomorrow.
Yes. Me too.
And then we'll come back on the show.
If it's good, we'll let you know.
We'll try it on the show this time next week.
We could be so totally healthy next week because of putting butter instead of, cream, half and half, milk, same ingredients as butter has.
You said butter's been churned.
Oilier. It's got more oil in it. So those oils are supposed to be beneficial to your health.
But it used to be a thing against fats. Avoid all fats. Now we know that's not true.
Yes.
Fats aren't the bad thing. It's
balance.
Carbohydrates that are much worse.
Nuts are supposed to be good for you?
Nuts very good.
like peanuts. I'm not talking about the other
Peanuts,
cashews,
walnuts,
almonds.
pecans.
Almonds prevent cancer.
They have
I will
natural
guarantee
laetrile.
that.
Almonds have natural laetrile in them.
That's true.
That's why among almond growers, you find much less cancer.
Right.
Because they eat a lot of almonds.
A lot more people getting hit on the head by tree trunks, but less cancer. So.
It's true. Now,
we're going to get back to the show.
Well,
here.
I thought it was sad news when I learned last week that the White Sands International Film Festival had gone under.
But
it was here.
No buts.
On its 10-year anniversary, it went out of business, unfortunately. It's the only film festival that we've had in this town for a long time. We had the Border Film Festival here for a few years, back in the 90s.
Oh, and the Border Book Festival is here?
The Border Film Festival.
Do we have that? You can make that name up and have your own film festival.
Right. So we need a film festival in Las Cruces.
So come to us with ideas. Your idea isn't just a new name for the film festival.
Now, I know that the Southwest Film Fest people would love to come here. The Southwest Film Fest and Music Fest. They're looking for a town in the Southwest to expand to. They were looking at Las Cruces, but...
we need the money to back it,
But
right?
see, Las Cruces lacks sponsorship. It lacks people who will get off their butts and do anything about it.
You need people who are not just film people. You need people who are people interested in film but are actually business people who feel some sort of dedication towards the
arts.
Art of film.
Right.
We have people who support the symphony. Like, for instance, tonight is, what is that thing? It's the Classical Night, here you go, Classical Night Fever, where Lonnie Klein is out there.
The Las Cruces Symphony.
And he's going to be doing disco songs with the symphony. Lonnie Klein is a fabulous fundraiser. The Las Cruces Symphony is doing great.
Right, and they're on all year round.
We need somebody like that.
The film festival's only once a year.
Now that NMSU has CMI, and Mark Menoff is sort of there, Ross Marks is there.
Well, they used to run the film festival.
They did, but not necessarily as an adjunct of NMSU.
No.
What you need is to get NMSU to be more involved in something like this, and maybe as our film, the CMI people get more adept and have more films that they want to put, in a contest.
But it's not about student films, really.
No, it's not. But you need somebody. We have KRWG. That's sponsored by NMSU in some way.
Right.
So, KRWG isn't about university stuff.
But they have other sponsors,
Yes. Well, they go out and get sponsors, but you need a foothold, somebody with a little bit of stability.
And a corporate sponsor would really be what the film festival needs.
I think Wells Fargo should do it. Wells Fargo has plenty of offices here. They're big.
They used to sponsor the balloon rally here, and they
they
bailed
don't
out
do
of
that.
it.
They should do this. Maybe Citizens Bank.
It does have a homegrown bank.
It's a local bank. They could do that. Bank 34. We're just throwing names out. Bank 34 has really not too much visibility. They say they help veterans, but still, you're not going to believe them if they don't do something like a film festival. That's where you get following.
Yeah, I used to work for the largest film festival in the world. I was on the year-round paid staff.
In the world. So you're the guy to do it.
This is in Los Angeles.
In Los Angeles? No, but we're here in Las Cruces.
I think it was such a big festival, they had a year-round paid staugh.
Well, that's in Los Angeles.
Yes.
Well, here we could have a week-round paid staff. And that's about, we're less than 1/52nd of their...
People have to be paid. I was in the Towns Film Festival, and people there got a little bit of money to do the job.
But
you can't expect people to work for free.
And there has to be some way for money to come in, or for people who are sponsors to see that the type of clientele that are going to this are going to patronize their places.
Well, see, the city could also use the film festival as a way to encourage the filmmakers who bring their films here to then shoot their next film here.
Well, that would be a function then of isn't there a film board now, a city film?
There's a film liaison person.
He gets paid.
Which I mentioned to him, yes.
He gets paid,
He
so
does.
That's a partial thing.
So, there'll be more on this later. Now, coming up is the school board election.
I am speechless.
Did you know that?
I'm speechless, yes, but Las Cruces Public Schools, do you think the Las Cruces Public Schools could continue, whether there's a board or not, people just keep going and teaching?
Well, they could.
Are there things?
What does the board do, Michael?
I have no, I once ran for the board. I had no idea what they did, because if I did know what they did, I wouldn't have run.
Mm-hmm.
They decide where money goes, what type of
do they
decisions.
make policy?
They do make policy, but you kind of don't. You have to be in the nitty-gritty of it to know what's going on. One of the people campaigning said what he wants to do is get the resources that the school has to be more, show better grades and stuff like that. Well, that stands to reason. Everybody wants that.
Of course, everybody wants that. So anyway, the election is coming up February 3rd.
One thing I think you have to avoid for people on those boards is people with private agendas, like throwing out more, some of the schools that they set up, like Alma de Arte, it's working. It's a good offshoot, but you can't have a lot of people saying, I want to homeschool my kid. You have to have a good school so that kids can assimilate into the population, and that's what schools should promote.
So it's just District 4 and District 5 are the ones running.
And the election is February
3rd. Now, hey, how about those gas prices, Michael?
You can hardly see them. They're hardly there.
That's true. They're going down. They're going down. Now, I've heard they've peaked on their downward travel.
What is that, from 1993?
And I hear they're on their way back up any time now.
Bradley, that's pretty low, man. You know, I looked at how much a gallon of milk costs.
Yeah.
Twice that.
Milk costs twice what gas costs now.
Those of you who are frugal, drink gas.
Now, also coming up this weekend, Sun City on Tap, the big beer festival in El Paso.
I bet beer costs more than gas these days. Why don't they make, I guess that's better. I was going to say get a car to run on beer, but no, there's too much competition for beer. Although if you get stranded, then you could drink your beer tank.
Drink the tank dry.
That would be a good thing to do.
Now, so that's where
where's the Sun City? Where's the Sun City beer thing? El Paso.
Somewhere in El Paso. Where's it, downtown?
Yeah, it's in the convention center.
Convention center.
50 different breweries. We went to the one in Las Cruces. I liked it a lot. $20.
Also going on this weekend. No, yes. Monday actually. On Martin Luther King Day. Up at the prehistoric trackways at the base of the Robledo Mountains.
That's a track.
The ancient pre-dinosaur tracks.
Those
small little animals, about this big.
They walk like this on the mud.
And this is back when this was an old seabed.
Really, a long time ago.
And so anyway,
we have video of that.
Open house Monday at 9 o'clock. Be at the parking lot at the base of the Robledo Mountains, right off of Salem Colony Trail.
And if you want to see that in video, we have a show of it from 1994.
We did a show of it? Yes, that's true, 20 years ago.
That's kind of cool.
And with that, we're out of time.
Are we out of time?
We
I
are.
Don't think so.
We're out of prehistoric time.
Somebody should go, yes, and that's apparently a very attractive place too. You could go there on your own and look at these things, right?
Yes, you can, if you know how to do it.
And that's why you should go on Monday. See you next week.
We'll be back here next week, same time on Double Talk.